Hey, Sebastian here for episode 5 of Learning Game Development. Let's jump right into it.
Hello, in this episode we're going to look at coroutines. So as you know, if we have some method...
Okay, and I'm probably not going to actually jump back into Unity until episode 23 here. Just because I don't want to have to make like a new project every single time. Yeah, like a new Unity project every single time I actually want to write some like follow along. So I'm just gonna follow along for the last thing here. And also the falling block game, that was like a long time ago. Like, yeah, I made that a long time ago, so uh, that's why I had that project. So today I'm probably just gonna watch this one and watch that one and maybe do some practice code. And then tomorrow I will start on the stealth game. So let's go.
containing a bunch of code, and then we call that method, all that code has to finish running before anything else can happen. Thus, if
Okay.
we were to create an infinite loop inside the method by simply writing while true, then the game would obviously freeze up as soon as the method is called, because the method would never finish running. Let's now turn this method into a coroutine. First, we change its return type to IEnumerator, and then when we call it, we pass it into a method called startCoroutine.
Okay, so I did learn about this. Um, yeah, did learn about this through another course, or how would I say that? From another course. Did learn about this from another course. But this is just going to be a little refresher. Also, I don't remember if it was yesterday or earlier, I realized that it is not going to be easier. That all these things that are annoying in Unity are probably also going to be annoying in Godot, but it's just part of the it's just part of game development. So I'm just going to have to accept it, and I'm okay with it because the reason I'm saying all this is because I said a few episodes ago, I think it was episode 3, that what yeah, I think it was episode 3 that it would be less annoying in Godot when I did something annoying in Unity. I was like, why do I have to do that? There has to be an easier way to do that. I hope it's less annoying in Godot. And I realized that it's probably not going to be. Okay, that's all I have to say. Now I'm actually gonna learn. Enough with the intro.
Doing this allows us to use a special yield statement inside of the method, or rather coroutine as we now refer to it. One example of this would be yield return new wait for seconds, into which we can pass a value for the number of seconds, say 0.5.
Okay.
Now each iteration of the loop will be separated by half a second. During that time, the rest of the game's code is free to run, and so despite this infinite loop, the game won't freeze. It's important to note that coroutines are a part of the Unity
Wait a
engine.
second.
Now each iteration of the loop will be separated by half a second. During that time, the rest of the game's code is free to run, and so despite this infinite loop, the game won't freeze.
Ah. Yeah, so this is used a lot from what I know. Like, as soon as you enter a room, you could do this, right? You could do this to activate something that happens every few seconds, like spawn a box or something, right? So this is where a lot of actions in the game are going to be happening, from my knowledge. Because in my mind, so I'm thinking of a lot of mechanics in a game and how I would code them. And Most of the time, it's just a bunch of if statements, but I'm not actually sure how computationally efficient that is. So I'm thinking this is probably more computationally efficient, but I don't know either way. So I'm just learning. I don't know either way. Period. I'm just learning. Okay. Yeah, I need to stop saying all those filler words at some point. I need to work on stopping saying filler words. Yes.
It's important to note that coroutines are a part of the Unity engine, and so this functionality is not available in C# projects outside of Unity. The start coroutine method, in particular,
True.
is part of the monobehavior class,
I knew
so
that.
coroutines can only be started from a script that inherits from monobehavior.
I think there is probably something similar in gamedev, but maybe it's not called a coroutine. Maybe it's not called. Maybe the class name isn't IEnumerator. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're wondering why the coroutine returns this thing called an IEnumerator, that's just to do with how coroutines work behind the scenes, which I won't be talking about in this video. Alright, let's jump into Unity to experiment with coroutines
Which I won't be talking about ever. Got 'em.
So I'm going to start by creating a C# script called test, and also create a little cube object to attach that script to, and then we can open it up. Now, I'm going to start with a simple example. I'm going to create a coroutine that takes in an array of strings called messages, and also a float called delay, and it's just going to print out the
I'm gonna create a coroutine that has an array of strings called messages.
You create a coroutine that takes in an array of strings called messages,
That takes in
also a float. I'm going to start with a simple example. You create a coroutine that takes in an array of strings called messages, and also a float called delay, and it's just going to print out those messages one by one with a delay between each of them. So we've already seen how to create a coroutine. We need a return type of IEnumerator, and we've got the coroutine's name, so let's call this print messages, and then we'll take in a string array called messages and a float called delay. Alright, we now want to loop through the messages array, getting the values one by one. So we saw how to do that last episode with a for each loop. So we can say for each string message in the messages array. Let's print out that message, and then let's yield. So yield return new wait for seconds, and we'll pass in the delay as the amount of times we want to use.
I don't really know what yield does.
Let's print out that message, and then let's yield.
So let's see what this does. Yield keyword. The yield keyword is used to indicate that a method get accessor or operator is an iterator. Okay. Sure. So it's going to repeat on its own. You don't need a while loop.
So yield return new wait for seconds, and we'll pass in the delay as the amount of times we want to yield. Now let's create a little string array, messages, and let's set this equal to a bunch of strings. I'll make this welcome to this amazing game. Alright, and then we can say start coroutine, print messages, and we can pass in our parameters here. So pass in messages, and so we want a 0.5 second delay between them. Let's save this, go into Unity, and run, and so we want a 0.5 second delay between them.
Is it really that easy? I guess you don't need a loop. Oh, well, there is a loop. But, yeah, there is a loop, and he did wait for seconds. Fair.
Let's save this, go into Unity, and run. And we should see it printing out, welcome to this amazing game. Great. So, what I'd like to do next is create a coroutine that will take in a vector3 for a desk. So, and we should see it printing out, welcome to this amazing game. Take in a vector3.
Oh, print. It's just print. Okay, it's not actually setting. It's not actually setting a text element to these strings. Got it.
For a destination and a float for a
That's
speed,
easy.
and it will move the object from its current position to the destination using that speed. So let's create IEnumerator. Let's call this move, and it takes in a vector3 destination and a float speed. All right, now to move our object towards the destination, we can say transform.position is equal to vector3.moveTowards, and we need to pass in our current position, so transform.position.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
All right, now to move our object towards the
whoa.
destination, we can say transform.position is equal to vector3.moveTowards.
This this is a new method here that I've never seen before. Moves a point current. Moves a point. I don't know why the word current is there.
Move towards, and
But
we need to pass
sure.
in our current position, so transform.position, and then our target position, that's our destination, and then the amount that we can move in this frame, so that will be our speed multiplied by time.delta time. Now, this will just move us once towards our destination. What we want to do is keep repeating until we've reached our destination. The amount that we can move in this frame.
Okay. Transform dot position equals. Oh, vector3 current. Okay, I see. So it's current position. Got it.
So that will be our speed multiplied by time.delta time. Now, this will just move us once towards our destination. What we want to do is keep repeating until we've reached our destination. So this is a great place to use a while loop. We can say while our transform's current position is not equal to the destination.
Okay, wait. What? Why would you need that though? Why would you need a loop? Isn't that move towards? Move towards is eventually going to, like, eventually the destination, the position is going to equal the destination. So why? So the move towards wouldn't work after that, right? Am I tripping?
Then keep
So I
moving us
don't
towards the
think you need
destination
that,
until we reach it.
right?
Now, we want to wait for a frame between each execution of the while loop, so that this doesn't just all happen in a single frame. So to do that, we can say yield return null. That will wait until the next frame. Now, to test this out, let's make it so that whenever we press
Okay, sure. Yield return null. And that waits until the next frame. Interesting. Speed, but doesn't the speed,
spacebar,
doesn't the speed determine the amount of frames it takes? Like, that just seems extra to me, right? Like, does that not? You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it myself. I'm just gonna use a pre-existing project. Okay, we got Learning Unity 2. Sure, good enough. You guys are gonna like this game here, I think. Yeah, this is like a joke. This is like a jokey game here that I made just to test it out. Just to test out the game engine. This was back when I was learning kinematics. Yeah, I think I learned this in the movement. I think I learned this in the movement video here. Alright, here we are. If we play this, first I'm going to actually um, change the... I don't know why I did the range here. I don't know why I have a range here. This is scuffed. But if I... Oh, never mind. If I do this, and I get rid of that. What? I don't know why that changed. But I want to set this to like 2 or something because it was way too fast the last time I checked. So if I go too far, it deletes, yeah, it deletes it. So I will just reactivate that. Now I can do it again, and you guys will see my amazing game.
Gaming. Nice, nice. Gaming. Gaming. Nice.
Insane game, literally like crazy game of the year. Like actual game of the year material. I guess I will create a new scene. Why not? Yeah, I'll create a new scene. Where is that? Uh, scene template. What? Okay, this is just... Okay, what? I'll just do what? Scene template. Scene template. Pipeline. Okay, no, this is not what I want. I'll just create a new scene. Then I will do this to coroutine test. Why not? Coroutine test. Okay. Yes. Save. Great. Now I'm in the new one here. And cube. Nice. Yep. Create a cube. At 0, 0, bro. That better be I remember there being a... Okay. There's a... There's a hotkey for that. I don't remember what it is. No, why is my camera going so fast? Okay. Okay, we got, you know what? No. Maybe, okay, I don't remember how to do that. I do control shift here. You know what? It's fine. It's fine where it is. Alright. Then we make a script. Called co learning. Then we attach it. Oh, and we attach it. Yep. I open it up, baby, in Visual Hacking Studio. Okay, then we got. Let's do some learning, baby. Sure. Yeah, why not? Move? What was it? Move? Sure. Move. We got that vector 3. Wait, what? Oh, this is a new thing. So thank you. Wow. Vector 3 destination. Vector 3 suggested name. Nice. Float speed? Why are these blue? Okay, move. What? Okay, we got transform. Transform. Dot position equals what in the world? Vector 3 dot move towards, and we got the, I can't even remember, transform dot position, comma, destination, comma, speed times time dot delta time. Okay, and this is ago, so I'm gonna do a little boop de whoop here. And then let's see, I may actually need to do that. Yield return null. Yield return null. While.
It will all happen in a single frame. So to do that, we can say yield return null. That will wait until the next frame.
Okay, I think maybe you do, maybe I do need that. Okay, so yield has to be, wait, what? Yield? Oh, yield return is really the whole thing. Okay, I see. Yield cannot be by itself. Yep, this is the rigid body. This is where I learned rigid body pulse. Oh, add force and add force, but yeah, add force, velocity change, stuff like that. All right. Oh, and I didn't, whoops. So I gotta do this, and then I also have to do, okay, no, I don't. I have to do this destination. Vector 3. What does vector 3 take? again? Vector 3? Okay, does it not tell me? Okay, uh, hmm. I'm just gonna say transform dot position dot x. Okay, I forgot what that does. Dot x plus 1, maybe? And then I'm going to do speed is 1. This does not work, does it? Oh, it has to be a Unity 3. No, I will just say 111. Okay, I will just say, is there vector dot up? Vector dot up? Vector 3 dot up? What is 111? Okay, wait. Vector 3 dot back? There's forward, backward, left, right, up, down. Forward, backward, up, right, left, down. But then there also has to be... What? Is there not? Okay. I'll just do forward. All right. This is probably not gonna work. Hmm. I think I understand. I think I understand why there's a loop now. Hmm. Interesting. Vector 3 dot forward. Why would it not happen at least one time? Am I tripping? Okay, 1 comma 1 comma 1. Surely there's a vector 3 shorthand for this, right? Right? Dot? Down? Okay, equals... Exclude... Deprecated. Oh, I see. Shorthand. Lerp. Lerp on clamped. Max, min, move towards, normalize. Make this vector have a, oh, yeah, that one. Thank you. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Ah, positive infinity, negative infinity. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that and crash my computer real quick. Thank you. Nothing. It does nothing. Does it seriously not? Okay. If I do something like this, transform dot position equals vector 3 dot forward. Okay, if I do that, then it should go forward. Well, did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? That it moved. It moved. Did you see it? Boom, bam, bop. Come on. Come on. Oh, baby. Okay, let's do it one more time. Bam. Okay. So I'm not understanding why this isn't working. Then. Like like why is this not working? You know? You know what I'm saying? Like if I made a if I made a static void called test move, let's do test move, right? And I had the same thing. Uh, I had the same thing here, right? Actually, I don't need. I don't need that. Vector 3 destination, that is I'm pretty sure it's already taken. It's gonna already be taken. No, it's not actually. Got him. Test move, and I just did this. Transform dot position. What? Why can't I do that? What? An object references. Oh. Game object dot no. Okay, what is with these static voids, bro? Like what is with these static voids? Like what am I misunderstanding what static means? Equals transform dot position plus 1 plus vector 3 dot forward. Great, and then I do wait 4 seconds. What is it? Wait for seconds. Great. Yeah, then I can do wait for water. Then I can do wait for seconds. Uh, 1. Amazing. What? Cannot be used like a method. What? Suspends the code. What? Excuse me? What the fuck? Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning, okay? Time to wait equals 5. Now, let's do 1. Let's do 1. Okay. Then if we do... Okay. Then if we do... Um... Sure. Yeah, if time dot time equals, yes, if time dot time equals time dot time plus, I don't even need it, bro. I don't even need this. F it. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Time to wait. Then you do this. Does that work? Oh, sorry. If time dot time equal, there you go. Test move. This is never gonna happen, right? Like, does it update? Okay, I'm, I might be a little, I might be a little crazy. Oh, okay, and then we have to do this. Test move. Okay, actually, what is in the start one? Yeah, nah, stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, okay, I'm gonna have to. How did I do it before? How did I do it before? Oh, this is what I did. That's what I did. I did. Wait. What? What did I do? Wait a second. How did I count up from 5? How did I do that? Oh. I did a loop. I did a loop. I can just do. Do I do while? Okay, yes. Uh-huh. Let's just make this, yeah. Time dot delta time. Time dot time scale. Time smooth delta time. Delta time. Unscaled delta time. Time to wait. Time to wait. I did a loop. I did a loop. Did I do a loop? Okay, I'm opening this up, bro. I'm gonna go into my files real quick. And I'm going to check because I feel like a crazy person. Assets, scripts, spawner controller? Was it spawner controller? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Oh, I made 2 variables, bro. Fire rate up interval check was equal to one thing, and then wait, this was an update. Fire rate up interval check equals 0. Fire rate up interval. Wait, what the fudge kind of wacky crap did I do here? What the fudge? Void update. Fire rate up interval check plus equals. Oh, that's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did. I just added the increment. Okay, I don't need two variables to do this, I don't think. I like completely just forgot stuff right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do time to wait. Hmm. Can I just do, what is it? Time dot seconds? Time dot seconds. Second. Okay, time to wait. Hmm. Oh, I don't need to do this. I don't even need to do this. If time to wait equals 1, okay, so then I just do the, yeah, I do this. So I can just do time to wait, yeah, yeah, equals, oh sorry, this. I just do time dot delta time here. Death? Okay, time dot deal. Okay. What is going on? What is happening right now? What is happening? What? Oh, never mind. Okay, then if I do this, yeah, okay. I do that. If time to wait equals 1, so I don't even need this here. That sets it to 0 automatically, I'm pretty sure. If time to wait equals 0, then you just do that. Easy. Right? That should be easy. And then boom. Easy. Right? Right? What the fuck? Oh, there she goes. Okay, and then I forgot to set it back to 0. I forgot to set it back to 0. Alright, should work perfectly now, I think. Nice. Still going to be... Oh, actually, just kidding. It is not going to be a swift pace. Perfect. I'm so good at making video games. Okay, so that worked, which means why would this not work? Like this happens every this happens every frame. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Maybe it is happening just very slowly. Maybe I can change this to 10 and it will work. Maybe. Like, it should work. Why do I need a loop? I don't want to loop. Where? Where? I don't want to loop. Why do I need a loop? Why do I need a loop? Hmm. So a coroutine. It should do it at least one time, alright? Like,
plus a value for the number of seconds, say 0.5. Now each iteration of the loop will be separated by half a second.
alright. That was my dad there. So let me just. Yeah. Does there have to be a loop? Does there really have to be a loop?
Hello, in this episode we're going to look at coroutines. So as you know, if we have some method containing a bunch of code and then we call that method, all that code has to finish running before anything else can happen. Thus, if we were to create an infinite loop inside the method by simply writing all that code has to finish running before anything else can happen.
Uh-huh.
We have some method containing a bunch of code. Hello, in this episode we're going to look at coroutines. So as you know, if we have some method containing a bunch of code and then we call that method, all that code has to finish running before anything else can happen. Thus, if we were to create an infinite loop inside the method by simply writing while true, then the game would obviously freeze up as soon as the method is called because the method would never finish running. Let's now turn this method into a coroutine. First, we change its return type to enumerator, and then when we call it, we pass it into a method into a coroutine, start coroutine, return type to enumerator, and then when we call it, we pass it into a method called start coroutine.
Bro. 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 You have to be trolling me. You have to be trolling me. You have to be trolling me. That's why it wasn't working. So this should happen once. This should... this should occur one time. That's what was wrong. Okay, come on, baby. Give me a one time, baby. Okay, it's not valid. Destination? Current target? Max distance delta. What? Sure? So, max distance delta float 2, I guess. Input position is nan. Input position. Oh. Oops. Just gonna set that to 1. Nice. Let's try again. Perfect. Perfect. So why do I need a loop now? Because it only happens one time. Got it.
What I'd like to do next is create a coroutine that just all, and we can say if input.getKeyDowns, and we need to pass in our current position, so transform.position, and then our target position, that's our destination, and then the amount that we can move in this frame, so that will be our speed multiplied by time.delta time.
The amount, oh, in the frame. Okay. I see.
Now, this will just move us once towards our destination. What we want.
Correct, that's what he said. Why did I think otherwise? That's my real question. Sure. Can I type? Thank you. Is not equal to destination. Nice. Poggers. That's correct, right? Yes, yes, correct. Amount of
To do
curly
is keep
brackets.
repeating until we've reached our destination. So this is a great place to use a while loop. We can say while our transform's current position is not equal to the destination, then keep moving us towards the destination until we reach it. Now we want to wait for a frame between each execution of the while loop so that this doesn't just all happen in a single frame. So to do that, we can say yield return null. That will wait until the next frame. Now, to test this out, let's make it so that whenever we press spacebar, it picks a new random destination to move the object to. So let's create an update.
Oh my, okay. New random destination. Sure. Can't you just do that here? Random dot range. What? It's deprecated. How is it? Okay. Got it. It is deprecated. It's deprecated. Can't. Okay. Random dot range. But it needs to be a vector 3. Sure. Let's do 0 and 100. Ooh, okay. And then I can just do, I'll just do this one. No, you know what? I want it to be an int. Random number equals random dot random range. Random dot range 0, comma 100. Perfect. Now I can just do random number. And then I also have to close this up here. Random number, random number, random number. Okay, why is that not working? Because it's a float. Is it a float? What? We cannot convert from int to vector 3. Sure? Oh, wait. How do I get it to choose a random vector? Vector 3. Which takes in vector 3. Vector. Okay, I'm just gonna hold off on that. And then I'm just going to do print. Print. Oh. Okay. Do I have to do new vector 3? New vector 3. Oh, do I have to No. I do vector3. Sure. Vector3. Insane. And I am gonna print that. You know, I will do it with a lowercase. Maybe. Print vector3. You know, I will do test vector3. Test vector3. Alright, great. And it is not used. Okay, great. Random range int is not allowed to be called from a monobehavior constructor or instance field initializer. Call it in awake or start instead. Crazy. Sure, I will just do, I'll just nice. Mm. Okay. Maybe I literally have to make ah, that that okay. You know, I actually want to. How do I do this? I mean, I could. I don't. Okay, I only want it to go x in x and y. How do I do this, bro? I don't actually know how to do this. Or x and z. I only want it to go in x and z. So if one, if x or z have a value above 0, then I want all the other values to be 0. How do I do that? How do I do that? You know, I will just go back to my handy dandy test vector. I can't do that. Okay, actually, I will just set test vector 3 equal to random number 0 and random number. Does that work? Why? Why does that not work? Float int float. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do.
And we can say if input.getKeyDown, keycode.space. Then we're going to start coroutine, move, and to get a random position, let's just say random dot on unit sphere, and we can multiply this by some distance, say 5. Then we're going to start coroutine, move, and to get a random position, let's just say random dot on.
What? The fu-
Unit sphere, and we can multiply this by some distance, say 5. And then let's also pass in our speed, so make a speed of 8. And let's try that out. So speed of 8. And let's just say random dot on unit sphere, and we can multiply this by some distance, say 5. And then let's also pass in our speed, so make a speed of 8.
What the Okay, so I can just do random. I don't even need this. I can just do this. Random dot on what the fuck? Okay. That's not what I want. Is there not a what?
And let's try that out. So if I press spacebar, we can see it moves nicely to its random destination. But now, what if I mash spacebar a bunch of times? Well, as you can imagine, it will start multiple move coroutines, and they'll all sort of be competing with each other to try and move the cube to a different destination. So I'll do that, mash it a few times, and if we zoom in on the cube here, you can see it sort of jittering around, and if I press spacebar again, it can't really move to where it wants to go, because, as I say, it's competing with all these other coroutines. So, before we start a new move coroutine, we'll want to stop the currently running one, if there is one. So we do have this stop coroutine method available to us, but in order to use that, we need a reference to the currently running move coroutine. So up the top here, let's create an IEnumerator variable called current move coroutine.
What the fuck? Why is that not automatic? That's... Why is that not... That just doesn't seem... Ah! That just doesn't seem intuitive.
And when we want to start a new
okay.
coroutine, we can set our current move coroutine equal to the coroutine that we're going to be starting. And then we call start coroutine, and we pass in our current move coroutine. Now, before we do that, we can say if the current move coroutine is not equal to null, then we can stop that coroutine by calling stop coroutine and passing in the current move coroutine. So let's save that. And now if we press play and mash spacebar a bunch of times, you can see that it continues to function perfectly fine. I'd like to work through one final example, which is to get this cube following a path. So I'm going to create a...
Okay. Oh. Oh. Transform dot... Oh, wait. Bruh. No, that does not work. That doesn't work. Nice. Okay. How do I do that? Wait. I just want this to go on forever, so. Actually, okay. How do I just get this to do it over and over and over again? Hmm. Can I nest this? This returns it, so I can't do it again. Oh, okay. I would have to do it here or here. If velocity equals 0. If? No. Velocity? Is there a velocity here? Velocity. Game object dot velocity. No, I would need a rich body for that. Okay. So I would need to do the thing that he did. Hit coroutine. If coroutine. Make a an object move randomly in the X or Z axes in Unity. Hmm. I don't want the on unit sphere thing. Okay. Hmm.
Another cube. Just scale this
I'll
down
look it up
to nice and
later.
tiny, and this is going to be a waypoint in the path. So to define a path, so up the top here, let's create an IEnumerator variable called current move coroutine. And when we want to start a new coroutine, we can set our current move coroutine equal to the coroutine that we're going to be starting. And then we call start coroutine, and we pass in our current move coroutine. Now, before we do that, we can say if the current move coroutine is not equal to null, then we can
What? Okay. Yep. Hmm. Oh, I see.
stop that coroutine by calling stop coroutine and passing in the current move coroutine.
Sure. Okay. And then we do re-d-d-d-d, re-d-d-d-d. Okay. I'm just gonna do this for now. If current move coroutine, or if current coroutine equals null, then set, okay, then I can just, yeah, that, and then also, sure, I'll just do 3. Then current coroutine, set current coroutine equal to this. Wait, what? Ew, no. Then this. Yeah, I don't need to do that. And then I can do this one. Perfect. Now it should just go forever. Huh. I need to think about how to do that in 2D first. What? Why is that not working? Okay, and then it should do it. And then if it's null, then it should do it again. Why? Why is it not working? Okay, I'm gonna go really slowly here. Okay. I see. So it is working, it's just not. Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's just very short, very small. So sure. Or it's just, yeah, very short distance I'm telling it to go. Uh-huh. Now it should do it again. Why does it take so long to do it again? It's not doing it again. Why is it not doing it again? It's not doing it again. Okay. Oh, I see. If it's not null, this is probably not gonna work. Yep, didn't work. Did not work. Okay. Because it just loops permanently. Hmm. Maybe I need to do else. No, I'm pretty sure this does the same thing, actually. Yeah, that does the same thing. Hmm. If current looking equals 1, then you set it to that. Okay, at some point it should become null again, right? What in the world? I don't get it. I don't want it to happen on spacebar. Wait, I don't need to do this. It's not equal to null. Keycode space. Why does this not... Why is this not working? Now go again. Now do it again. Do it again, you stupid. Okay.
So let's save that. And now if we press play in the path, so to define a path,
Let's just
I'd like
watch
to work
this.
through one final example, which is to get this cube following a path. So I'm going to create another cube, just scale this down to nice and tiny, and this is going to be a waypoint in the path. So to define a path, we'll have to duplicate this a bunch of times and just spread these out. So I'll make a sort of roughly circular path like so. Something like that will be good. And then we need a way to store these. So inside the test script, I'll make a public transform array called path. And we can save this and go into the cube.
Okay.
And when this compiles, get a little path array over here. Now I'm going to quickly lock the inspector with this lock icon up in the top right here. And that just means that we can select other objects and the inspector won't change. So having selected all of these waypoints, we can drag them into the path array and that will be added over there. You can then unlock this.
What? You can just do that?
And now in the test script, I'm going to create a new coroutine called follow path. And this is going to loop through each of the waypoints in the path. So you can say for each transform waypoint in path, we'll want to move towards that waypoint. So we can obviously make use of our move coroutine for that. We'll say start coroutine, move to waypoint.position with a speed of, say, 8. Now, we obviously want to wait for this move coroutine to finish running before we move on to the next waypoint. Now, we don't know exactly how long it's going to take for the move coroutine to finish running, so we can't really use yield return new wait for seconds. However, we can actually use yield return on the coroutine that we've just started, and that will wait for it to finish running. So
Okay. I would have done that if I knew I could do that. What? Oh. Never mind, I'm trolling.
So let's go to the start method now and just say start coroutine follow path. And let's see if this works. So we'll press play. And you can see our cube moves between the waypoints. Fantastic. Okay, so to recap, coroutines allowing the inspector won't change.
Okay, I do want to just figure out this problem before I end the video. I just want it to move in a random direction. I just want it to keep moving in a random direction. Is that so much to ask for? Do I have to loop it? Do I actually have to loop it? No, because this does it once per frame.
Now, so before we start a new move, so if I press spacebar, we can see it moves nicely to its random destination. But now, what if I mash spacebar a bunch of times? Well, times go. Stop coroutine method available to us, but in order to use that, we need a reference to the currently running move coroutine.
Okay. I'll have this print every 5 seconds or something. I don't. I can actually just copy this. I think. Wait, I can just repurpose this? Yeah, I can just repurpose this. I'm just gonna change that to 5. Okay. Why did that happen so many times? Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna do... Now tell me what... Okay, now... Why is it moving, actually? Why is it moving now? It's like moving on its own. It's not even... What? I didn't... I didn't save it. Nice. Nice. So why... My real question is, how do I set this back to null? I want it to end. Okay? Like, why doesn't it get set back to null? Okay, so it's going to take 5 seconds every single time, right? So I can just do wait for seconds. Can you please go Visual Studio, please? Wait for um speed, whatever speed is. Speed +1. Cannot be used like a method. Okay. So I have to do that. Cannot be used like a method. Can you stop, please? So this doesn't even need to be here. No, I don't think. Oh, wait, no, it does. I think. No. Wait. Wait, I'm so confused. It returns null. If it's not null,
to the coroutine that we're going to see a way press play routine, and we pass in our current move coroutine. Now, before we do that, we can say if the current move coroutine is not equal to null, then we can stop that coroutine by calling stop coroutine and passing in the current move coroutine.
I just want it to happen again when it's over. How, like, when is it over? When does it... Okay. Hmm. So this is just gonna do it one time? Is that actually gonna do it one time? Gonna do it just one time? If I do this, sorry, I would need to do start code. I'll I'll worry about it later. If I do this, is there a reason it has to be a coroutine? Like, I actually don't think it does. Now that I'm thinking about it. Except here's the thing. My real question is, why do you need that, actually? Couldn't you just make a method, a regular non-coroutine method that says, you know, move in a random direction and then in that one, it would be if input.getKey down key code space, then you move it, then you just put what is it? This one? You just copy that there. But okay, but then there's hmm. But a random one. Okay. How do maybe not. Maybe this is it. I don't know. This is a little difficult for me to wrap my head around at this point in time. Okay. There needs to be an input, right? No, there doesn't. Okay. If input.getKey dot. Okay, what happens if I just do this? Like, what happens if I just do this? Does it just do it immediately? Probably. It probably just does it the next frame. Probably. Probably just does it the next frame. Actually, this might be a good do while if I wanted to print at first. Hmm. No, doesn't work. I wanted to do it at the end. Stop coroutine. Then it should be equal to null once it's done. Is that not true? I mean, it's not because it didn't work. Okay, now it moves. Nice. Okay, and For some reason, it's still equal to something. Why? Why is it equal to something? Why is it equal to something? I'm just... Why is it not... Okay. Yield return null. While it's not doing this, you do this, and yield return null. Ooh. Okay. And when it is equal to destination, okay, do I break here? Like, do I break? While? Okay, maybe I do an if. Okay, and then I do else break. No, that's only for a while. No enclosing loop. Else return null? Return null? No, it has to be yield return. But why would it... Am I... Do I have to do some out stuff that's like completely wacky? No, I mean that's kind of only with variables, right? Yeah, otherwise you it equals null. Otherwise it equals null, but it yield returns null anyways. It yield returns null anyways. What? While transform.position does not equal destination. That's not it. Ref. That doesn't work. Does that? Nope. What about this? Iterators cannot have breadth in or out parameters. What? Okay. I just want it to go in a random direction without me pressing spacebar. That's it. That's all I want. How do I do it once it ends? Maybe this is the key here. Maybe I do... Bro, there has to be an easier way to do that. Yield return null. What would it return? What would I need it to return to equal null? It already yield returns null. Already, right? While? Oh my bad. Uh-huh, okay. Do this and yield return null. If I don't do this, but I do return null, if it's not, if the position does equal the destination, what does that do? Okay. Why does it not equal null? Why does it not equal null? How do I get this to equal null? Not equal to null. Oh, wait. Wait a second. And do I have to yield return? Okay, I may not have to. Nice. I think that's it. Why do I have to... Wait. I did it. Yay. So what is the purpose of this yield return null? Like, if I remove this, what happens? Not all code paths return a value. Wait a second. Not all code paths return a value. What? Not all code paths return a value. But this one doesn't return a value either. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm really quite confused. What the fu- What the fudge? Content. Print content coroutine. Yeah, I'm confused. I mean, it works now, but I'm confused. I can just copy this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, copy. Thank God for the undo button. Honest. So this doesn't, this only prints something. Like, okay, yep, yep. How do I do that? How do I do this one time? Why does this? I, I, I'm just confused as to how this works. Yield return null. Yield return null. I could have just done this. Nice. Okay. Yield return null. This one. Okay. So break, can I yield return break? Sorry, can I yield break? Can I yield break? Yes. And does this have the same effect? No. What about this? What does this do? I'm assuming it doesn't print anything. No, it does. Does it? I thought return ended the loop. Does return not end the loop? Baby test move coming in clutch. Now, baby test move coming in clutch. This is useful. This is actually a useful debugging tool. How do I make this, like, I want to make a method called print whatever I want, right? And then I want it to take any variable as the parameter. Which, print whatever I want, add a delay, right? And then then it could, then it would do this. I want it to take any parameter, and then I want the parameter um, to print, right? I want it to go there. You know what I mean? Like I want, huh? You know what I mean? Print at a delay, and then it would set this. It would be speed. It would be like sorry, int time to wait. Like this would be, or float time to wait. This wouldn't be here because it would be a parameter in the method. It would be float time to wait, and then it would be the other one would be any variable as a parameter. Okay, test move coming in clutch. Okay, this is way too long. I need this to like every second. I need that to print like every second or okay, probably every 2 seconds. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so this doesn't. Okay, so this doesn't set this equal to null for some reason. It sets it equal to whatever to move or something. And for some reason, this doesn't need a Yeah, for some reason this doesn't need a return, a yield return. I don't understand that. I really don't. I don't even get that, really. Like, if I do this, it doesn't like it. If I do break, yield break, then it shuts it off completely. So return kills the while. Oh. I get it. I get it now. So this returns null for the while loop. I think. And then the yield ends it. The yield ends the coroutine. And because wait, where is move here? It doesn't. No, it actually doesn't end the coroutine. What the fudge does that do anyway, then? What does that do? I thought return ended the while loop. Okay, it does. Return does end while loops. So yield? What does yield do? What the fudge does this do? So return ends the while loop, and because it's not at the destination, it does it again. Why does what? Okay.
So I enumerator, and then when we call it, we pass it into a method called start coroutine. Doing this allows us to use a special yield statement inside of the method, or rather coroutine as we now refer to it. One example of this would be use a special yield statement inside of the method, or rather coroutine as we now refer to it. One
Sure.
example of this
I
would
don't
be
also I don't know why it's called a coroutine and the keyword or the the class, the object, whatever is called enumerator. Why isn't it called coroutine? Like okay. So wait. Coroutine. So it's not a method anymore, it's called a coroutine. But a coroutine is under the class enumerator. So it's a coroutine object in the enumerator class? Why is it called a coroutine? I don't see, I mean, whatever.
be yield
Because I don't even know what coroutine means, really. Coroutine, that's like with, it's like action, like cooperative action. Okay, whatever.
return new wait for seconds, into which we can pass a value for the number of seconds, say 0.5. Now each iteration of the loop will be separated by half a second. During that time, the rest of the game's code is free to run, and so despite this infinite loop, the game won't freeze. It's important to note that coroutines are a part of the Unity engine, and so this functionality is not available in C# projects outside of Unity. The start coroutine method in particular is part of the monobehavior class, so coroutines can only be started from a script that inherits from monobehavior. If you're wondering why the coroutine returns this thing called an enumerator, that's just to do with how coroutines work behind the scenes, which I won't be talking about in this video.
Oh. Sure.
Alright, let's jump into Unity to
So why do we...
Point 5, called start coroutine. Doing this allows us to use a special yield statement inside of the method, or rather coroutine as we now refer to it. One example of this would be yield return new wait for seconds, into which we can pass a value for the number of seconds, say 0.5. Now each iteration of the loop will be separated by half a second.
Hmm. What happens if I do this? Okay. So, uh, so a void returns a null. This is called once per frame. I'm just wondering why I don't have to return anything here. That's what I'm confused about. While the position is not equal to the destination. Current coroutine equals null. And it's an I enumerator. And only I enumerators can go in the coroutine, in the start coroutine, or in the coroutine methods.
During that time, the rest of the code, and then when we call it, we pass it into a method called start coroutine.
While transform.position does not equal destination. It equals something there, then it changes. Then if it is equal, then it huh. Like, is a while loop just an if statement? Is a while loop just an if statement that says if something, if true, then run this, else break? Is that it? Is that all a while loop is? Like, I'm wondering why I can't put an if statement in here. While, so but it loops it. It's like some complex loop. Or it's some complex if statement. Well, you guys are here for my journey of deterioration into tiredness. Why doesn't this have to return You're saying it just has to return somewhere? So if I do this, and then I do this, what is the difference? What? Wait. Wait, is there a difference? Um, why did that happen? Oh, because it waits a frame. It makes it wait a frame. It makes it wait a frame. Otherwise, it doesn't wait a frame. So basically, the yield keyword has to be somewhere in here. They don't care where, right? Not all code paths return a value. This one doesn't return a value either. Or does it? Does it return a value? No. Does it return a value? It's a hidden break. Is it a hidden break? Or not a break. It just ends the code. Not this one, it doesn't return a value, does it? Or does it return null already even if I don't put anything there? But it just doesn't have yield. Whatever. This is something extremely technical that I'm not going to be able to figure out or understand tonight. So I'm just going to be happy with the results of my progress and experimentation, and I will say goodbye once I finish this video.
Go to the start method now and just say start coroutine follow path. And let's see if this works. So we'll press play. And you can see our cube moves between the waypoints. Fantastic. Okay, so to recap, coroutines
Wow!
allow one to spread the execution of code over multiple frames using the yield statement.
Spread the execution of code over multiple frames. Okay. I guess it technically does do that.
You can use yield return new wait for seconds to pause the coroutine for a certain number of seconds, or yield return null to pause it until the next frame, or even yield return on a start coroutine call to wait for that coroutine to finish running.
Okay, and when does he do this? I forgot.
Start coroutine, follow new wait for seconds to pause the coroutine call to wait for that coroutine to finish running.
Pause coroutine until do something.
We can obviously make use of our move coroutine for that. Now, we obviously want to
Okay, so this is coroutines inside coroutines. Here.
wait for this move coroutine to finish running before we move on to the next waypoint.
Uh-huh.
Now, we don't know exactly how long it's going to take for the move coroutine to finish running, so we can't really use yield return new wait for seconds. However, we can actually use yield return. Now, we don't know exactly how long it's going to take for the move coroutine to finish running, so we can't really use yield return new wait for seconds. However, we can actually use yield return on the coroutine that we've just started, and that will wait for it to finish running. So let's go to the start method.
That's interesting. That seems like there might be a lot of there might be a very detailed technical explanation for why that works. It seems out of place for these other two yield returns. But hey, it's in the functionality, so I'm not complaining. All right.
Or even yield return on a start coroutine call to wait for that coroutine to finish running. To stop a coroutine, you'll need a reference to the currently running coroutine to pass into the stop coroutine method. You can only start and stop coroutines from a class that inherits from mono behavior. That's everything for this episode. You can only start and stop coroutines.
Sure.
From a class that inherits from mono behavior.
I don't
That's
really
everything for
need
this
to
episode.
know that,
Until next time, cheers.
but that's fine. All right. Well, I really was planning on doing 2 episodes today, but thankfully the next one.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need.
Hello, in this episode.
Great. Thankfully, the next episode is just a learning one where he is just going to teach trigonometry, which I've already taken in high school. Also, it's not just a teaching episode. It is a following episode. All right, well, I will decide whether or not I will actually follow along tomorrow. But whatever, that was it for episode 5 of Learning Game Dev. And I will see you guys tomorrow.